This is WPTV.
Be my victim.
This is not real. It's not real. Candyman.
Welcome back. Universal Pictures just dropped the trailer for the Candyman remake. We have big names like Jordan Peele and Yahya Abdul-Mateen attached to the project. Today, I'm with Eric and Ben to get their thoughts on the upcoming film. First off, what is your experience with the original Candyman series?
So I was really young when I saw the first Candyman, and I think it was only the first Candyman that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've only seen the first one, and I've seen like one of those like YouTube videos that like wraps up the series of like explaining them, because I didn't really care to see the rest of them after seeing the first one. But like, I mean, for its time, you know, it was all right.
Because it was made in 1990s,
92.
right? 1992. And they didn't have the best effects back then.
Nope.
But see, there were other movies earlier than that with worse effects that, you know, turned out great.
So you all saw the trailer, I'm going to presume. What were your initial thoughts on it? Because it looks cool, like.
I think it looks cool. I think it looks good. I mean, it looks definitely more scary than the original. Maybe that's just from the age that I watched it at, because I didn't watch it that young. But it definitely looks nice, and it like immediately has that Jordan Peele look to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the same thing too, and I'm definitely excited for it because it's taking the original source material of the original Candyman and bringing it up to modern standards with, you know, good effects. CGI now will make the slashy and the gore stuff a lot more, you know, real. So yeah.
So like in comparison, it seems like it's gonna be, because it seems to follow the same storyline from the trailer at least that the original one did. So basically, it seems like comparison-wise, this one will already be a lot better than the original.
Yeah.
To me, at least, yeah.
Because how could it get worse than the original?
I mean, it's like, it was all right. It was just,
I mean,
you know.
like the social commentary behind like race themes and, you know.
That Jordan Peele usually
that
explores
he sticks
in all
to
his
with
movies.
Get Out and Us, yeah. And then the whole housing conditions regarding during that time frame.
Yeah.
I think as a social commentary on that, it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
As a slasher film, though, I don't know. I think it could have done a lot better. But it was an all right movie combining both of those elements.
Gotcha. So Yahya Abdul-Mateen will be starring in Candyman. What do you feel about that role? Because I know he was the Manta, right, in Aquaman?
Black Manta.
Black Manta, yeah.
And Aquaman. I think he'd do a great job. I didn't see Aquaman particularly, but I knew that he did a really good job playing Black Manta, and I don't know. He seems to be pretty comfortable in the role. His acting, at least from the trailer, seems pretty on par and pretty natural. So I think he'd be a pretty good fit for the main character.
I think from what I heard from Aquaman as his role in that, like that was like the only good, or like one of the only good aspects of Aquaman, aside from the visuals, because the movie I've heard terrible things about, but I heard he like did a good job with that, and also him being in Us, I believe.
Yes.
So, I mean, I've heard great things from his acting out of that, so I think he could do a great job with this role.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the director is Nia DaCosta, and this is only her second film that she's directed.
Her first film was Little Woods, right?
I think so.
Little Woods, yeah.
yes. And do you think that's going to have any effect on the film? Like, do you have any hesitations about that? Because this is a new director.
I'm open to it. I mean, I've like I said, like I haven't seen Little Woods because I honestly haven't heard too much about it really. And when I saw news about it, I was just like, yeah, I'll watch it, and then I put it off and never actually watched it.
Yep.
But I mean, I heard the style of which she directs things could work very well with Jordan Peele's writing and producing of it.
Yeah, Little Woods, I didn't see all of it, but I've seen snippets of it, and I've heard that she imbues the themes really well into the screenplay itself. And since Jordan Peele also does that with, you know, his earlier films, it seems like it'd be a great fit. Granted, she's a bit new at it, but I'm sure she'd do a great job making this her second film.
And from what I've seen from the trailer, like the shots seem very interesting and well put together. So.
Especially with the character being an artist and everything, so the visuals are very important
exactly,
with this.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it looks really good. So what do you think Jordan Peele will bring to this film? Other than we talked a little bit about how he will most likely bring racial commentary. So do you think it will be kind of just like another, like maybe a knockoff of Get Out or Us? Or do you think it will be completely different just with those kind of themes with it?
I think because it's stemming from other movies that have already been made, it's going to be very different from Us and
Get Out, because they were original screenplays.
Yeah, and like, although I think it'll work well with how he wants to portray film and like his stories, the original Candyman story is of, basically the origin of Candyman is a guy who was taken by a crowd and had his arm cut off and killed by a swarm of bees. And it was, he was a child of a former slave and got into wealth, but there was still that racism aspect of it, and it was actually very prevalent in the movie. And I definitely think he's gonna take from that.
I feel like besides the race themes, he also might bring like a definite different perspective to Candyman itself. I mean, Candyman was written, it was rewritten from Clive Barker's novels, introducing the race themes into the film. So I feel like just sort of getting a different perspective on that from a film perspective, from a filming perspective would be good.
Yeah. Do you guys plan on seeing Candyman when it comes out?
I think so.
No, yeah. I mean, granted, aside from what I've said about previous and other things, I will always see a Jordan Peele movie. I think he's great.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to actually see how he does with this film.
It seems like it's going to be an actual good horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not looking for any social commentary, I think still though, Jordan Peele makes some really well-directed
Even if you're
movies.
not looking at any of the commentary of Get Out and Us, it's terrifying.
They're good, they're really well-made movies.
And I wanted to see what that floating hand was from the trailer too.
Yeah.
Because they never showed that in other things.
So unfortunately, that's all the time we have today, which I like that we left it on a note of suspense. Are you guys excited to see the film? Leave a comment down below and let us know. If you want more Press Start, follow us on social media at PressStartWP and subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Thank you to all the cast and crew here on Press Start and WP TV. We'll see you next year, right here on Press Start.